And joining me now is someone who knew the former senator personally, CEO of the Elizabeth Dole Foundation, Steve Schwab. Steve, thanks for being here.
Thanks so much for having me, Aaron.
Obviously, our thoughts are with you and your team. The Elizabeth Dole Foundation announced the senator's death. For the Dole family first, but also for the rest of America, what are we losing with Bob Dole's death?
You know, that's one of the most beautiful pieces that I've seen today. The piece that you all just put together speaks really well to your question. We're losing an American hero, a hero not just to folks who knew politics or those who served in the military or veterans themselves, but a man who believed from his earliest days that service to one's country, service to one's neighbors, service to humanity comes first. And Bob Dole believed to his dying day that America is the greatest country, the greatest democracy ever built in the world. And he believes in the democratic model. And that's why we're seeing so many people of every stripe, of every socioeconomic and cultural background celebrating a man who helped save us from tyranny in World War II, who brought Democrats and Republicans together all through his career, that built a World War II memorial in Washington honoring the veterans who served. And to, as your piece mentioned, through even stage 4 lung cancer, continued to serve the country and its citizens until his dying day.
Steve, I want to go to this legacy a little bit deeper. As Mr. Dole was the co-founder of the Bipartisan Policy Center, how much did the senator want to cross the aisle? And look, this is not a conversation right now of where we are in this country, but how much did he really want to find that middle ground?
You know, for some reason, compromise has become a dirty word in Washington, and a word that's not used regularly. And that is a word that Senator Bob believed in over and over and over, and demonstrated his prowess as leader in the Senate, working with people like Ted Kennedy. You know, speaking of him working with rivals, he and Bill Clinton, as you showed in your piece, debated each other as the Democratic and Republican nominees for president, and later did some transformative work together on welfare and disability rights. Bill Clinton became a really close friend of Senator Bob when they left service and worked on charitable causes all over the world. And so it didn't matter what side of the political aisle you were on. If you had good ideas that Senator Bob believed were worthy of consideration, he believed getting people in a room, finding the middle ground, developing compromise, and getting the best he could for the American people. And that may not have meant all the time getting exactly what he wanted, but he never went into a negotiation thinking that that would be the case. He went in knowing that he'd get a little bit, he'd have to give a little bit, and at the end, all of his major monumental achievements came because he worked with giants in the Democratic Party, giants in the Republican Party. Didn't matter where you came from and who you were.
Steve, we've only got about 30 seconds left. You and I could sit here and talk about Mr. Dole for a long time. I would love to rack your brain about different stories that you may have. But I was doing some research and I found a quote from Bob Dole. When it's all over, it's not who you were, it's whether you made a difference. How big of an impact did the senator make for you personally? And how much will that impact be felt for years to come in the United States?
Well, Bob Dole believed that you shouldn't go a single day of your life without making a difference for someone. And he did that every single day through Saturday. And we wouldn't go to bed until he helped someone. I took away from Senator Bob that serving others is what we all ought to be doing, that believing in our neighbors and believing in the cause of America is what's going to bring this country back together and mold it and inspire it in the way Senator Bob did with his own legacy.
Steve Schwab. Steve, thank you. Our condolences to you. And please give our best to Mrs. Dole from all of us here at News Nation.
Will do, Aaron. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Steve.
Thanks for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.